Hey Titans, this is Mickett. Just going to do a war recap for the last war against Rasht Star. Haven't done one of these in a little while, so I thought I would have some fun and take a look at what we have here. 8172. This was an exciting one because we were down with about 6 hours left. We were down 70 to, or actually 6 hours and 50 minutes. We were down 70 to 67. And they really weren't able to get many more stars after that, but we were able to put a lot more on the board. But at that time, they still had the potential to put a lot on there. So we really had to plan well, and we executed well, and we were able to get some stops in there. So I'm just going to do a few hits here. I think I'll do 2 or 3, and then I might do one of my own just to, I think sometimes it helps to kind of give an idea of what somebody was thinking when they do it. I'm going to start here. I'm going to start with a hog attack, and this is Jack. Let's watch this replay here. Okay, now one thing that's important on hog attacks is you always want to also look at the corners. He's got to pay attention to those two, but he uses that hog to get the draw there. One of the things that's important with hog attacks, you got to get rid of that CC early on. You got to figure out how to do that. Now this is pretty much a straight or a whole hog attack. He doesn't have it mixed in with golems or other things. Now he likes to bring a dragon in his CC and a few wizards alongside there to be able to take care of the normal dragon and loon that are in there. And that loon starts running away from him because he started putting guys in the corner, but that's okay. He's going to be able to catch up to him and get him. All right, so he deploys the hogs. See how he doesn't put them all down in one place? This is a great way to do it because that way if you get a bomb blow up there, it only affects a few of them. Drops that first heal, second heal. And you can see how he basically has it spread anywhere that the hogs are going to go. Not just where they are at the time when he places the heal, but where are they going to go? So he's trying to say where are they headed. And you got to get the normal Mickey Mouse look of upside down here of the 3 heals. That you have the 2 and then 1 towards the center. That's pretty typical. He's just trying to cover where there could be any potential giant bombs, as well as trying to keep those guys healed up. You notice he dropped the poison spell there too, and that was basically just to get rid of those skellies. Some people choose to use that on the front end. I've gotten to the point where I just try and use my judgment of whether or not it's worth it on the front end. Usually against a dragon and loon, depending on what you bring with you, it's almost not even worth doing it then. Just save it for the skeletons if you're doing a hog attack. Alright, he goes ahead and hits the ability there for the king, mostly just kind of speed up the cleanup. He has plenty of time left, and is going to be able to pull this off. Very nice. All his hogs going different directions, his dragon's up there, pretty easy. I'm just going to kind of put through this. This was not the easiest base. He did a good job planning it, but it's pretty easy from here on out. Alright, 100%. Nice job, Jack. Alright, I'm going to pop over. Another one that really helped early on was Kudo's attack. On number 8. This was an excellent attack. It was not a typical attack, so let me do a replay of this real quickly, and you can take a look at what's kind of different about this. All right, if you look at what he has in his army composition there, he has 3 heals and a jump spell, which is a really unusual thing to bring with something that's like a go wee, but this is a go ho wee wee sort of thing. It's in other words, you got the golems, you've got the wizards, the witches, and a few hogs there. You're like, well, he only has 9 hogs. True, but you're going to see how he uses them very effectively. Hogs can be just great benefit, especially when things start to go sideways a little bit, because the hogs can kind of reshape it a little bit. All right, so let's see how he goes and starts this off. All right, so he's going to start off here, first of all, getting a draw with 1 hog, I believe. There he goes. He pulls in the 1 hog. If that springs, you just put down another one. You just basically sacrifice the hog to get the 1 draw. Because so many people put dragons and then he puts an anchor out here. You see that with the archer out there just to draw everything out there. And he's basically going to then drop his golem. Now, some people choose to do it this way, and I think it's a good way to do it depending on how you want to kill that CC. Drop that golem. You're basically going to sacrifice some of the health of the golem because that the loons and the see, it's pretty much almost dead already. There it goes, and it turned into golemites. Now you pretty much sacrifice that one, but you get some of the early tanking that you want. Now his queen goes a different direction than I think he wants it to. But you can see, okay, trips that giant bomb, that's helpful. He's got the golem on top. You see, now take a look at this real quickly. Both golems are going one way. He's going to try and re-steer it by putting down that jump spell, brings the king in there, brings the golem in there. Now the king is going to aggro on the queen, get rid of that archer queen. Look at what he did with his hogs. He has no golem down there to take care of those things because his golem is dead, but he brings in the hog and throws a heal down there, and he's got hogs flying here and there, and he'll have some more in just a second. But he basically takes care of that entire bottom side, so he has nothing to come along and kill his witch, his wizard, and his archer queen on the bottom side. And those hogs are going to eventually die. They're not going to do much for the cleanup, but they just keep everything long enough, alive long enough in the middle that they can be able to not have to circle back for those. And the queen is doing her job. The witches and the wizards are pulling in here from behind. Top side almost out of golems, but looking pretty good. He still has guys that are kind of stuck in the middle. That's a pretty typical thing to happen, by the way, but because the wizards are still there, they can get it out of it, get them out of the middle there. They're going to come up here, and because he's able to, with the hogs and the queen, able to clear that bottom side, there's nothing left down there to go back for, and they're all converging in the middle there. So a really nice job with kind of an unusual army composition, but I think it was very well planned, very well thought out. One thing I will say is if you bring in hogs like that sometimes, as I said, I don't know if he specifically planned to use the hogs there or wherever they'd go, but he definitely used them on the side where there couldn't have been a double giant bomb, as you see the one on the top there. So good job by Kudos. And I love seeing those early on, that we can get those threes in the top 10 to be able to really set our minds on what we have left. All right, so what else am I going to look at? I'll look at that one last. I wanted to show Nori's here. Nori's back. This one is a really nice one, and these sorts of bases can be intimidating. One of the problems you have about these bases, if you really think about it, and he comes with a 3 golem set. He's just doing a straightforward go wipe, and so he spreads those golems. Now, a lot of people put the golems all in one place. I think it's better to spread them out because then you can take a wider swath, and it's really easy to steer those P.E.K.K.A.s in comparatively because they have nothing else to be able to steer them outside. Now, he has a problem that his queen's not in there yet to be able to take out some of those, but he has a few wizards in there. He opts to use a poison spell there. The reason why this can be kind of intimidating is look what the troops are going to do right here. They're going to split, and that's what this base is designed to do. It's supposed to take your golems and everything around the outside. Now, he has a jump spell, and he's going to use that so he can be able to steer some of them back inside. And he's going to start getting hit by these Teslas on the backside, which is going to be tough. Takes down the queen there. But because he has that jump spell, he's able to steer some of the things back inside. Not yet, but pretty soon. Which will allow him to get access to the core. Now here's a clutch thing. This queen right here just pulls out the X-bow, and then as the golem comes in here, trips the giant bomb. The golem is tanking, and it has tons of health left. And basically that queen comes along and takes out some of the inside core there while the golem is tanking. Alright, so the golems on the bottom, which are not doing much for the raid, other than just kind of clearing the bottom, are fortunately not too much of a factor in this because that queen was able to sneak in there and pull out from the outside, be able to pull out the town hall and the Tesla there. Alright, now after this, there's really nothing that these defenses can do. They have too many things to hit, too many golems. Now, one thing that's worth noting is if you typically end up with this much left on your golems, you have to think about whether or not it's worth bringing that many golems. It may be, but sometimes you have to start to say, you know, I may have too much power in my golems. It's not that you want them to die, but if you end up with them in full health, unless you've been healing them along the way with a healer or a heal spell, you got to kind of say, maybe I could have brought a few more wizards and just thrown in some max giants or something like that. So let's see what else we have here. Alright, I think the last one I was just going to do is I was going to do one of my own attacks here. This was not the best attack, but it was fine. It worked out. Notice the timestamp on there, 3 minutes and 4 seconds. I ended up having not a lot of extra time there on the tail end. Basically, a few things didn't quite go the way I planned them. But let me tell you what I did when I looked at this. What you're looking at is you're looking at a ring base. So it basically has, on the outside, you have all these different defenses. And you have possibilities of giant bomb spots right next to that wizard tower. You've got some over here on both sides of this archer tower. You really don't have any other spots except technically in front of this cannon and then down here at the bottom. And you'll see those are what I kind of key on. Now these X-bows are set for ground, so that I take that into account. This archer queen is going to step out and make a mess of some things here, but I do kind of count on that. What the tough thing to do here is that archer queen is meant to not step out too far, just to step right into that little space there and just sit behind there and be hard to get to. So trying to funnel your troops toward her can be difficult because the Barb King is going to want to go from building to building and it's going to leave in the dust, and you want to get the Barb King in there because she'll take out your hogs. the Archer Queen will take out the hogs. So what I did is I basically picked it up, so I took out the outsides of the top, and we'll go ahead and watch here. You can see I came in and I do draw out the CC. I basically throw down a giant to take a little bit of the tanking here, and then throw down 3 hogs just to ensure that I can take out that wizard tower and then get over. I was hoping to be able to even take out this cannon, but I think that extra bomb or 2 there just kind of softened it up too much. But I get the pull, and that was the key. Now why I waited 5 seconds to put down my archer, I'm not quite sure, but I did, and I put down an archer up here, and I'm able to draw this. This is terribly exciting, so let me speed this up here. Okay, I draw my golem early. Now, you'll see they redirected the golem. That's not a big deal. I'm not worried about that, because a golem does not, in my estimation, and I'm going to slow this down, does not have to live very long. Now, you notice I dropped some loons. I took out that one side over here, as well as dropping some and taking those out. Now, if I send up I have my golem and I send things up the middle, I have those wizards in the back creating a funnel. I'm going to create a funnel that should go right towards the middle, so when I bring my Barb King in, he will go on the queen. Now, had I known that that queen would step out all the way there, I probably wouldn't have brought a jump spell and would have just gone with an extra heal. But as it works out, that's how it went. Now, by the time we get down there, I think that jump spell comes in a little handy. But because she goes in and starts aiming at some other things too. All right, so that jump spell wasn't necessary at that point in time, but I didn't know that ahead of time. All right, so now you can see when I bring the hogs across, I'm going to bring them in here from this entire side over here because the queen is gone now. Probably could have brought them in a couple seconds earlier because that queen was guaranteed to be dead. There was one giant bomb that went off there. I didn't get a heal in real quickly there, but I get one down there to be able to kind of get them on the edge there. Probably lost a hog or 2 more than I needed to there. And that was part of the problem too. You can see that I'm running into a lot of interference. But I've taken out the entire left side of the base other than a few trash buildings there. I just don't have many hogs left here. And because I didn't have that extra heal, it makes it difficult. Also, I've got these skeletons chasing my guys around. Now, the queen is still alive, and she's getting stuck inside here. You see, she won't do much here for a long time. And that causes problems for cleanup as well. So finally, the hogs are able to get to these last few things. The queen is stuck inside there. Here go the hogs, and they are going to take out this last archer tower, which I had put up, had some hits on already. And you can see that there's not much to clean up with. I actually have 1 barb left, which actually, I placed it just the right time. If I placed it about 4 seconds later, I think I wouldn't have had the 3-star. I'll show you what I mean. It takes out this top building. That's all that I needed to do. So I put down the barb somewhere about now, I think. We'll see. Yeah, there it goes. All right, so that barb is going to take that one building out, which was key. This bottom side is going to clear, but I have a lot of buildings left, and this is almost like real time that I only have 24 seconds left. Not much time at all. These guys, I have a wizard down there that helps take these out faster. That barb is working on that one building up there. I'm going to end up with a few bombs there, but they don't quite kill the archers. The archer queen takes that one out. The barb takes that one out just in time for the archer queen to turn around and go down to these buildings, and that's all that's left there. Is that one building, 2 seconds left, easy peasy, lots of extra time, maybe not. Anyways, so not that was the greatest attack, but I think it's helpful to be able to kind of at least know what the process that someone's going through when they're trying to figure out how to tear these bases apart. But at least we got the 3-star on that one. We had a lot of great attacks out there. I couldn't show all of them, but nice job, Titans. The next war will prove to be a difficult one, I'm sure. We've had quite a few lately, but we've had some good streaks as well. Have some new members. That's great. That's a lot of fun. So anyways, make sure that you like and subscribe, and go Titans.